I actually am going to be doing something a little bit different. In this live stream, I am going to be installing some RC upgrades for as long as I can. I know this is going to take a long time off camera too, and I'm just going to do what I can here. But that being said, I'm going to kind of show you what I've got. So, starting out really excited. We have got I'm going to start from the smallest piece here, and we have got these little tire inserts here. So these are for the RC tires, and these are 1-inch tire inserts. And unfortunately, I have put some of them into my monster truck tires. Um, these ones, and they don't actually fit. These ones are supposed to be going in this one. As you can tell, I've already put one in there, and they fit just perfect. They're very nice and squishy. It's perfect, very firm. All right, so I'm going to actually take these out because I've already got it in. Okay, I've got it in these two. I've got it in these two tires right here, so I'm just going to take it out real quick. It becomes pretty easy to take it out of the tire. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to be doing some of this off camera too. I mean, eventually, after the stream's over, I'm going to go and do it off camera because I know it's going to take a long time to get everything installed. There's a lot of screws for this process and a lot of things you can do wrong if you're not paying attention correctly. So, but yeah, just for now, I'm just going to try to get the wheels off here. There's also a little bolt inside that I'm trying to. There we go. See how easy that is? I've already got it off. All right, just gonna pull off the tires. Sounds easier than done. Yeah, so we'll see what we get. But yes, this is the tire, and I'm just trying to get this piece out because I did put the inserts in here, and I was trying to, but I didn't know that it didn't really fit until recently. So we'll see. Okay. So here's the wheel. I'm gonna take that out, and then the tire insert. You can kind of just see how it just kind of fits loosely in here. It's not supposed to do that. So I got the wrong tires. These are monster truck tires, and they're not supposed to be monster truck tires. I mean, the inserts aren't supposed to go into the monster truck tires. It's very strange, but these tires are hard to find literally anywhere else. I mean, like I've been trying to find them. I've been trying to find them on Amazon. They're just really difficult to find. So that's part of the reason. But yeah, trying to find tire inserts for these tires seem impossible. You can go on Amazon, I guess, and get some tires, but which I think I'll end up doing. It costs like $24 for new Traxxas tires here for my F-150. But I'm going to be really upgrading this F-150 a lot. So this is what it looks like right now. This is just the chassis. I've removed the body, and I'm actually going to upgrade. So first, let me just kind of show you guys what we've got lined up for today. So that was that. It was the tire inserts. These are super nice. Okay. And then next we've got these shocks. So I believe these are 59 shocks. This car actually comes stock with 51 shocks or 53 shocks. So this will be a huge upgrade. It'll be a 6 shock upgrade for this vehicle. So super excited about this. It should be really fun. So I'm going to install these on it. These are red too, so it looks super cool. And they're aluminum, and they've got kind of metal. It should be great. So that'll be one of the upgrades I'm doing. And then the other upgrade for you guys who know this is the I am going to be upgrading the. I'll show you guys here. Okay, this is the links underneath the car. I'm going to be upgrading to the high clearance links here. So I've got a bunch of red aluminum ones. So this is going to go in there as well, paired with the. We're going to have the shocks in these ones. It's going to be sweet, as well as. So some of you guys know what these are. Some of you guys do not, but it'll be pretty simple. I want to make sure I'm installing the right ones. That's right. All right, this one right here. I know it's kind of small, but this is called a portal axle. Now this one is brass, so it is weighted. It is a little bit heavier than the other ones. These ones are just kind of plastic, and they're light. Why you want a brass portal axle is because you want the car to be bottom heavy here. If the car is not bottom heavy, then it doesn't crawl as good. So you want the car to be bottom heavy, and you want to be I want to have as much brass on the car, basically on the bottom of the car as possible, to just kind of keep it low to the ground. So yeah, this is the brass portal axle I'll be installing for the back, and then I've got one more, I believe, that goes in the front. So that'll be for the portal axles. I'll be doing 2 portal axles, and these ones are brass, like I said. And then we've got the some other upgrades here that we'll need to install: the servo mount, I believe, as well as, yeah, we got a few things: servo mount, and then the back. I'll kind of show you guys these pieces. This piece right here, this front bumper, that extension there, for the steering. So we're going to be putting that on. Everything that's going to be going on today, I'm super excited because this vehicle has needed some upgrades. And my last vehicle actually had a lot more issues because these shocks right here on the bottom, they were actually tied down with the links down below. And it was really difficult to unscrew the links and not pull off the shock, or unscrew the shocks and not pull off the links. I wasn't trying to pull off the links, and so that can be kind of difficult. But I'm going to get started here. So first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove all the tires, make it really easy for me. Nope, no, I am not. Okay. I'm just gonna remove all these tires here. Wait a second, where did my oh, there it is. Okay. I thought I lost a bolt for my tire. Those things, if you lose the bolts for the tire, you're there's nothing you can do. You just messed up. Okay, I'm just gonna use this little tool here to get this out. I'm trying to get it to stay in the. Here we go. There we go. So see, there's a little piece in there. You want to, it's just tiny. It's just to hold the tire in, really. All right, now we're gonna start taking apart. This is the last wheel we have to take apart because it's got a insert in it, actually. So how you take it off is just kind of keep pulling out the tire, really, and just try to get the. It's supposed to be simple. Doesn't seem so simple. Well, because I installed the inserts in here thinking it would work, and that's what they were for. But that was proven wrong. Quite easy. All right, so you got the wheel out there. They're kind of nice chrome wheels. I don't really like the chrome wheels as much. Chrome is cool, but I just don't kind of. It looks more like a fake chrome. You know what I mean? It's not like a really nice like metal. It's just kind of a fake. I don't really like it, but anyways, that being said, I do need to get some new tires for this guy. I think I'm going to probably get some brass wheel weights. I probably should. I probably will. Because if I get brass wheel weights, I have to get a beadlock system for my wheels and everything. And so I'll probably end up doing that. But we'll see. Because a beadlock wheel system, I think, it's like what? $15, $19 maybe, to get a beadlock wheel system just for the wheels. So yeah, if I got a higher grip wheel, this one, I mean, you can see this is more of just the stock monster truck tread on here, which is not great at all. Like, it just doesn't grab. So all right, so I've got my tires here. I've got 1, 2, 3 tires, and then the other ones on the car. So I'm gonna get the last one off real quick. Thanks, I appreciate it. Yeah, I've got a big project ahead of me, and this is gonna take a while because this is honestly my first time actually upgrading this scale. I have upgraded the other one. What do we got here? You say give me a shout out, please, whatever. I'm not gonna follow that. Okay, sure. Yo, give a shout out to Jackson. Hang on, I gotta get your name right. Parades, is that it? Parades? Paradis? I don't know. Your last name's kind of difficult to pronounce, but sure. I got you, bro. Yeah, I'll give a shout out to you. Yeah, I'm just trying to get this last wheel off here because it's kind of difficult. And I don't want to stream this whole thing, of course. Ooh, I almost lost that. I almost lost that piece right there. I almost lost the thing for real. Wait, I only have 3 of those. What did I do wrong here? That's not good. Yo, guys, I've got 4 tires, and I've got 3 of these wheel hex mounts here. I lost 3. Oh my goodness, I found it, guys. Hey, look, this is what I'm talking about. This little piece right here. If I lose these, my whole career is over, guys. What else can I do? Okay, anyways, that being said, all right. It's back, and I've got all 4 tires here. These are kind of big tires, though, not going to lie. Yeah, of course, I wish you the best, too. Yeah. Of course, man. We've got 4 tires here. And I'm going to remove these. Hey, yo, what's up? How's it going? All right, so all the tires have been removed. Now we're going to look at this from the front. So what's going to happen, I'm going to remove both of these portal axles here, the front and the back, and I'm going to remove all of these links. I'm not looking forward to this, as well as the shocks. So honestly, it might have been a good idea to have like a, I don't know. Honestly, bro, I don't know if I do remember you, but thanks for coming on. I appreciate it. Also, let me just share real quick. You guys have been wondering, why have I done this? Why have I removed the springs for the shocks? I've removed the springs off the shocks because if you remove them, it kind of gives it less resistance. When you bring it out to go rock crawling, it's just very smooth. You kind of want all the tires to be able to be moving in unison. And so I'm trying to decide if when I get these new shocks fitted onto it, I'm going to flip it around so you guys can actually see the shocks. When I get these new shocks fitted onto it, I might take off the springs, honestly, because it'll give me more clearance, right? That's what I'm wanting, and I don't want a lot of resistance. So I might do that. We'll just kind of play around with it and see what we got. Is when you got off the stream because nobody was being toxic. Oh, yeah. No. I remember that. Yeah. When someone was trying to like just be kind of annoying, and anyways, I kicked him off the stream. Is that the one you're talking about? Is that the thing you were talking about? That one? All right, I'm gonna grab my wrench here, and I'm gonna get started. I'm actually really nervous to do this project. I'm kind of. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was kind of funny because the person was just trying to bother me, and I was just not having it. Like I kicked him off for. Yeah, I actually like banned them from my stream for like 24 hours, and they never came back. So yeah. I'm gonna grab my wrench real quick for it. What a nice background, right? All right. I'm going to get started. I know it's going to be really hard to do this on camera, guys. I'm going to do my best. Let me just kind of adjust this possibly. I don't know what else I can do. I can kind of back up, but there's not a lot you guys will be able to see. I'm just going to start by removing the shocks first. This replica has become a lot easier. This F-150 has become a whole lot easier to mess with and take parts off of than my Bronco. Let me just actually show you guys that in a minute. I'm actually just going to start removing the shocks here. I'll show you guys my Bronco in a minute, show you guys all the upgrades I've done to it. It is looking pretty sweet. I'm not going to lie. I'm pretty happy with the way it is. Okay, so the hardest part is remembering which screws go to which piece. So that screw goes to the shock. I'm going to have to remember that. So yeah, these two replicas, the F-150, which has a great chassis because it's easy to work on, but not so easy for the body because the body, you can't really customize hardly anything on the body of it. But the Bronco, you can customize the body but down low is where it's going to get really difficult down in the chassis. So when I was unscrewing all these things, I actually had to stripped a screw because it was so difficult to get it out. It's such long screws because they would tie the the shocks right here in with the I forget what they're called, honestly, the links, the high clearance links. And so I installed one of those on my Bronco. Let me show you guys real quick, like I'm saying, and then I'll show you guys the shock, what I did to that too. Give me a second. All right, so let me grab it here. So let me show you guys. I have modded this one quite a bit. So what's going on with it? It's got a lift. I did lift my Bronco quite a bit, so I installed a lift kit. I do not have new shocks for this one, unfortunately. That's going to be the next upgrade for it, but it looks sweet. It looks more like a rock crawler now, so it looks less like a Bronco and more like a rock crawler, but I gave it a lift, and it's got new tires. These are some brass wheel inserts, which don't look great at the moment because I need to install a beadlock wheel system to go with these. But in the time being, I think I'm just going to run these. The only thing that matters is that it has weight in the front and on the bottom. So you want weight down here and make it easier to climb. I am going to be probably uploading a few videos, probably short tomorrow, and you guys will see exactly what I'm talking about. Like, it gives it so much more power when you have weight down below than if you decide to not add any weight to it. So that's part of the reason why I don't have any brass inserts for the F-150 right now, but I am adding two, a front and a rear brass weighted portal axles to give it kind of that weight for rock crawling. So that's what I've done with this is I've given it a lift as well as some new tires and these brass wheel inserts. So pretty excited about it. See, even the back looks good. But look at how much gap there is between the wheel right there, the wheel well, and this tire. Like, there's a pretty big gap. And so I feel like I could definitely, what I'm going to do next for this to upgrade this is I'm going to actually replace the portal axles on this, because the portal axles on this would be really cool to replace, as well as get some bigger tires. But so far, these tires do great. I mean, they've got great tread on them. I'm not sure how well you guys can see, but these are the Baja Pro X tires off of Traxxas. And so these ones just do great. I took them out the other day and did some crawling, and they stick tight. They really do good on these certain terrains. So, oh, welcome back. Nice to see you back again. So yeah, that's what I've been doing for this one. And, funny enough, every time you come on the stream, I've always changed it to RC. I've only done it twice, but I've always changed my live stream to RC when you've come on the stream. It's kind of funny. All right, I'm going to get back to work on this guy here. So I've removed the shock. All right, let me show you guys the shock while I'm working on it here. So this is a shock. I've completely removed the springs because see how little resistance there is? It should go just up and down so easy like that. I think I'm going to get some shock oil to put on this as well because it does some oil. It is a little bit tough. I don't want it to be too light, so I'm going to put some shock oil on that eventually. Fortunately, I do not have any. I'm sure there's something that will work pretty easily, but for now, I'm going to focus on the car itself. I'm going to remove both the front shocks. Basically, what I'm going to have to do is to remove everything and just kind of remember where it goes. So this F-150 is kind of weird as far as a shock situation. So the shocks actually, that comes with 8 shocks. 8 shocks, because it's considered a monster truck. It's a Ford F-150, but it's got more of the monster truck build. They wanted to include 8 shocks just to make it more realistic, and it actually kind of ruins the performance of the vehicle a little bit. So I took off 2 shocks in the front, and I took off 2 shocks in the back in order to get this to the place I wanted it. I didn't want it at all the place it was. It's just too much resistance, way too much resistance with the 8 shocks in total, and I just brought it down to 4 shocks, and then I took off the springs. I see people running their I see people running their RC cars with no shocks all the time, and it was something that someone recommended. I might have just lost a screw. Give me a second. I hope I can find it because that's going to be really detrimental to my project. Okay. You know, I kind of want to look for it right now because I don't want to lose this, man. Yikes. It can't be too hard to find. I mean, my floor is like white, so it's a black screw. How hard can it be? Just found it. All right, cool. That's how hard it can be. All right. So I'm working on a second shock here. I'm just gonna remove the front shocks. I think. I'm trying to think if I should remove the front portal axle. Wait, is that the front? Yeah, I'm gonna remove the front portal axle, I think, and then get to the back portal axle after I replace the front. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna replace the front portal axle and the front high clearance lift there, and then I'm gonna move my way to the back as I go. It'll just be easier to go from the front, you know. So right now I'm just using a little tiny Allen key to get a screw. I'm sorry you guys can't see it very well on camera, just because it is kind of difficult to live stream upgrading my RC car. But ultimately, it's just for you. You guys are here for the experience, right? Kind of talk you through everything that I'm doing, and in the end, you guys will be able to say I was with you when you did all the upgrades to it. So it should be pretty sweet. I'm excited for it. Okay, we've got the other shock off. So I'm not going to worry about the back shocks right now. I'm just going to worry about, okay, there's 4 screws, and that's all for the shocks. This is going to be the tough part, okay? Tough part's going to be removing the whole portal axle here. I'm just going to kind of look at it. I'm going to study it for a minute and make sure, because if I don't get this right, we're going to have issues. All right, I'm going to kind of look at what we got in here. Do we have extra screws? Okay. Whoa. We do have extra screws. Gosh. You know, it would be really handy if in these kits they would actually give me some instructions or something. No instructions. Like, look at this bag of screws and pieces here. Where's the instructions, guys? Okay, but it looks like they've given me some brass wheel. Okay, cool. Some brass wheel mounts in case I lose those. That's very kind of them. But it's not kind of them to not give me any instructions. No, thank you, guys. Okay, that's fine. We'll just deal with what we got here. They've given me kind of a bit of accessories. They've given me the brass wheel mounts. So let me show you guys these little pieces, these little metal pieces. They've given me brass ones to weight it down. And then they've given me a bunch of screws, stuff I'll have to use, but I don't know how. And the rest we've got. Oh, whew. They've given me 2 options here. Okay, they've given me. Oh, this is nice though. This is kind of heavy. This is good. Okay, this is kind of heavy though. I mean, like compared to the rest are just light. I mean, they're plastic, so these are heavy. This is gonna be great. So they've given me this option right here for it, or they've given me the flat one, which will be great too. I'm actually going to explore my options here a little bit. I'm going to go and look up and actually see which one is better, the straight or the curved one here, because this is going to add a few millimeters. Oh, wow. Yo, that is insane. Okay, I'm going to just do a matchup for you guys here, okay? This is the original piece. Look at it. If you guys can see it here, that runs along. This is the original plastic piece. Now, if I put this metal one, it gives it that much distance on each side. Look, it extends it. So like when I put the whole thing together, it's going to make it probably. It's going to extend it by what was it, 4 centimeters on each side? I think it was. Is that maybe 4 centimeters on each side? So it's going to be a lot better for rock crawling. The performance is going to be a lot better. I'm super excited about this. Not gonna lie, like this is gonna be super cool because it's gonna kind of give it more stretch and it's going to have more weight. Oh, this is gonna be great. All right, so first I'm looking at everything I've got here, the whole set. This will be cool to add, and I might even add the flat one as well. We'll see where we are. Okay, so that's cool. And then we've got they've given us a lot of brass pieces in here. I'm super happy with this. If I install all of these All right, so this is for the servo mount, I believe, and I believe something. I don't know. Honestly, I think maybe one of these. Oh, maybe one of these is for the. Probably not. I was gonna say one of these is for the speed control, but probably not. I think these are just servo mounts, probably. Yeah, probably just servo mounts. All right, cool. So these are brass. These are weighted. These are very nice. I really like. Man, they really like me because they've given me a lot of brass in this. So that's great. I'm super happy with that. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna strip everything off, starting from the front. So that'll be the goal here, guys. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit scared to do this. Okay, this is kind of scary. No. I'm not trying to break it. Okay, there we go. I'm just gonna unscrew everything, starting from. And we've made it 26 minutes here. We're at 0 viewers right now, but that's fine. I don't really care. I'm just gonna start, taking off the front here. I'm gonna kind of hold it to where you guys can kind of see what I'm doing a little bit. And honestly, this gets kind of annoying, having a little tiny crescent wrench and trying to, wiggle my way through it. Yeah, everything is going to be replaced as long as I have a screw that fits in it. I am going to try to remember which screws go where, because if I don't remember which screws go where, this is going to be a pain for me. But that'll be fine. I'm just going to start removing everything concerning the very front here. I lost my yellow key. Do you know how many times this happens to me when I'm working on stuff like this? How many times I drop a little tool like this is so many times, let me tell you. Yeah, oh man, you guys have no idea how excited I am to. I'm really nervous though too, because if I mess this all up, I mean, the best thing I could do is go send it to the Traxxas company, right? They know this car, but they don't know all the parts. And so if I'm send it to them, say, hey, I've messed up the car. I don't know where all these screws go, and I've messed up everything. Can you go fix it for me? They're gonna be like, yeah, but you're just adding on a bunch of mods, right? And so I just kind of have, I'll figure it out. I've done it with the other one. I've added a lift to the other one, which is different than adding portal axles. Portal axles I feel like are definitely a little more complicated. Yeah, and then the links add on to the portal axles, so you have to have the portal axles right in order to get the links. So it's fine. I'll figure it out. There's no issue here. There shall be no issue. Hey, but this stream's got a lot of my other subscribers watching, so that's great. This is a little bit of a different live stream. I get it. Normally, I'm actually live streaming, teaching something, but this time I decided to do something a little bit different and actually do some RC car work on stream. For me, I know I need to do a lot more long form videos, but I kind of don't do long form videos. I'm going to try, but I'm really not good at long form videos. Just piecing an idea together and keeping people on the video is just really difficult for me. But I think it's good to start, because if you don't start, then you'll never get anywhere. Really, you just have to start, and with time, you'll find ways to improve your long form videos. I feel like so. Same thing with shorts, and just spend time with it and see where it gets you. I feel like that's kind of what the thing you should do on YouTube when you're first starting out, is just put as much time into it. Take time, study it, study the algorithm, what people want. Do something on your own. Don't go and remix other people's shorts. Just kind of. All right. I've got the screws where I can pull it out. All right, so this piece is coming off. Bye-bye, old piece here. Now, where is my crescent wrench? It fell on here. Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. Okay, there we go. All right, so we've got this screw out. This is for the, okay, so these are all for the front mount plate right there. That's been taken off. So next, I'm going to have to take off, guys, this might actually not be as hard as I thought it was going to be. I'm going to have to take off the steering servo. which isn't actually going to be as much of a pain as people think it is. But yeah, it's going to be easier to take off. Yeah, do you know what? I just have to take off the steering horn here, the steering servo horn, just pull that out from the rest, and then that should be pretty easy to do, no? But yeah, this body has proven to be so much easier to work on than that Bronco body. Let me tell you, I've been working on that one, and it kind of sucks because everything is just so difficult. It's in such a difficult place, you know. I just can't. But it's fine, you know. I'm just working on my upgrades to everything. And that was my first time upgrading everything. I think I've got a pretty good grasp on it. You know, I think the hardest part will just be remembering where the screws go. But I think I'm good. You know, I've done this a lot before, so I'm okay. Okay, one screw removed. It's almost come free. I can almost pull it out. Yeah, I'm going to show you guys the comparison here. Because between the plastic portal axle here and the brass weighted portal axle, man, you guys are just going to be in shock, honestly. But I want to make sure they fit because that'll be really, really unfortunate if they don't. I'm starting to wonder. Where did my other... Oh, there it is. Okay, it does. I think it is meant for this one here. You know, here's what I would recommend. If you are new into RC, the RC world, I would recommend you go and get a rock crawler first, because rock crawlers, you can find a new appreciation for rock crawlers that most people don't have, you know? I found an appreciation for it, just start upgrading parts, and it just looks really cool, you know? Okay, so I want to take off these pieces, kind of let it run a little more freely. And then the servo horn. Oh, I'm going to have to remove that. Great. I'm glad I did not just pull on the servo horn and just destroy everything. That is great. Just got to keep working on this a tad. I'm just going to pull off basically all the little links here. Okay. You know, pulling out these screws are just seems super difficult because they're so small and in the way. Well, what is going on with this? Is this a really long screw or what? I'm trying to unthread it here, but it's just like going back in. It's fine. We'll figure it out. Don't worry about it. Do my Indian accent for these videos. That'd be kind of funny. Don't worry about it. That is a huge screw. It goes all the way through to the other side too. Okay. I'm trying to just pull this out. Like, I can't even get my fingers in here to pull it out. Like, it's just really, really tough. Just trying to unthread it, but it's just such a long screw, it's difficult to unthread. Just gotta be patient here with it. There we go. I think I can pull it out now. I should be able to, guys. I should be able to pull it out. Oh my goodness, with my fingers, I'm just trying to unthread it now. And my Allen key is falling again. That would happen, wouldn't it? Okay, that's done. All right. Now I believe this link is going to come undone here. I'm gonna pull this link out. Okay, sweet. Now for the rest, I want to make sure. Oh, okay. Oh, that should be so much easier. I don't really have to pull out the horn. No, I do. Never mind. No, I don't. I don't have to. Yay. That makes my job a lot easier. Get the Allen key that's fallen. Okay. So there's just some little tiny Allen keys down here. So it's on the servo mount. Now I'm going to remove the servo mount here, and that'll be so much easier. Like, it'll actually be a lot easier than I was thinking to replace the portal axles. It's very simple. I think the next thing I want to do next time for my upgrade is I want to replace oh, I forget what they're called, honestly. Dude, it's just the center drive line, basically. I want to replace those ones to full aluminum. It'll just kind of enhance the performance a tad. Okay, so servo, front. I forget what that's for. I don't know what those are for, and I remember what those are for. Okay, so I've already forgot where most of the screws go. That's fine. All right. Just try not to pull the wires out of this steering servo while I'm trying to undo it. The steering servo, I would say, is definitely the hardest part of an RC car. For sure. I mean, getting that whole thing lined up. You want it to drive correctly, and I know people were saying you want to set your steering trim on your RC car to 0 before you do anything. I do not have an electronic controller like that. They have like a weird fancy controller. I did not know how to do that, so I'm just going to just do what I can with mine. I'm not going to mess around with it. I know it would be better, but since I'm not going to be upgrading a lot, like doing a lot with it, I think it's just better that I just kind of leave it the way it is. All right, so those are the servos. Oh, I didn't have to pull off the horn. Thank goodness. All right. Yo, this is the front portal axle. This will be so easy to replace, though. I'm not going to lie. Oh, my goodness. I'm so happy with this. Okay. This will be so easy to replace. And they give me brass everything. Everything's brass. Yay. Okay, cool. All right, so, how is this still on here? What? So this is what the chassis looks like now. It's kind of taken apart. This is what we were dealing with. Look how dirty it is. I should every once in a while take these pieces off and kind of clean them off a bit. Wow, look at this. Okay, so this is the portal axle. I really don't like the look of this, though. This is what I was driving, guys. Like, it's so short. I'm going to want to take this off. Okay, it's fine. I'll take that off afterwards. Do I need to? Let me look. I'm going to grab my portal axle. That was kind of funny. Get really close to the camera. This is not the right one. This is one of them, but this is not the right one. That's the back portal axle. You'll be able to tell because the screw layout, where you screw it in, is going to be very different from the back brass portal axle. Okay, here we go. This is the front portal axle. This one, I do need that. Okay, cool. I don't know if I can just pull it off. Can I? No, I think I can. Wait. Oh, there's a screw in here. That would be really bad if I just pulled that out. Okay. Use my Allen key. Be smart about it. Pull this out. And then I'm going to transfer it onto the other one. Can you imagine if I got the aluminum driveline too? That would be sweet. I know it's not too expensive, so that wouldn't be an issue. Cost-wise. Although none of this was an issue. I mean, well, none of this. Okay, so the portal axles cost quite a bit. Okay, I'm going to transfer this over.